Hello everybody, Jeremiah here. Welcome to my second video blog. Hope you were able to check out my first video blog, which talks about my history with back pain. I've been doing research now on this. I'm trying to find a solution for myself for about 11 months now. I have made a decision and will be operated on in Cologne, Germany by Dr. Byron Desai. In no way do I want any of you, my audience, to think that I'm promoting any doctor or any device or anything like that, including Dr. Desai. I want to encourage all of you to do your own research. Make sure you're calling people up. I've spoken with several people on the phone from forums and from Facebook group pages. I've read as much as I possibly could about the doctors, the devices, etc. And I came to a conclusion that I feel comfortable with. So again, I want to encourage you to do that. Don't take what anybody says as gold. You know, make sure you're doing your own research and make sure you feel good about your decision at the end of the day. When I first started doing research, I did what anybody else would do. I did a Google search. I looked up alternatives to fusion. And of course, that brought up alternative disc replacement. So I started to look that up. And what the results obviously started to show were the different artificial discs that are out there that exist that have been used. And I'll just name a few of them here that many of you, my audience, may already be familiar with. Freedom lumbar disc, the M6 disc, the Pro disc, the Active L disc, and the LP-ESP disc. Of course, I'm probably leaving out 3, 4, or 5 more other discs. The disc that I chose to use was the LP-ESP disc. And again, that was, I don't want to promote that disc per se. I want to encourage you to research and make sure you feel comfortable with what you find out about this disc. I feel comfortable with what I have found regarding the doctor I've chosen and the device that I've chosen, and am going to be moving forward with that. Obviously, once I found the disc that I was interested in using, that's when I started looking for doctors who actually performed procedures with this disc. So that actually, for me, eliminated a whole bunch of doctors that a lot of people were talking about online, because these doctors didn't perform procedures with this disc. So I happen to be living in Montpellier, France. My wife is French, so had the opportunity to be here and live here for a year. So I've been speaking with French doctors, German doctors, and actually a doctor in Switzerland that most of you, I'm sure, are aware of. I was able to speak with these doctors in person. I would take drives or train trips out to see these doctors, and every single one of these doctors was relatively competent. In fact, especially the ones that were using the LP-ESP disc. I did see a few that did not use the ESP disc just because I wanted to get a different perspective. But the doctors that were using the LP-ESP discs are very highly competent and very well-known doctors. And so I just went with, at the end of the day, the doctor that I felt best with, and that was Dr. Byron Desai. He was very detail-oriented, very thorough, very kind. I felt like he cared, and I felt like he wouldn't do anything to put me at risk. I feel like he's doing what he thinks is best for me. I sat down and spoke with him a couple days ago, and he said, look, you're at a public hospital here in Germany. You're being treated just like any other German would be treated, which is very good and a very high level. And if you decide you don't want to have a surgery tomorrow or the next day or the day of the surgery, then that changes nothing for me. I'm not going to get $1 more or $1 less. This is my job. This is what I do. I'm here to help patients. And that really put me at ease. I really felt good about him. Again, this is just my experience with him. This is why I chose him. And so I want to make sure that I'm encouraging you guys, and I can't say it enough, is to do your own research and make sure you feel good about the doctor that you decide you want to go with. Also, in terms of price, Dr. Desai, in this clinic that I'm at now here in Cologne, is actually relatively affordable. The cost was roughly around $20,000 US. So that's obviously, especially those of you who are Americans who are watching this, know that is an absolute bargain compared to what any kind of operation costs in the United States. So that factored in, and I am going to try to have the Veterans Affairs pay for this via their foreign medical program. I don't know if they're going to pay for it. I'm going to submit my paperwork, and they should. My back issue is a service-connected disability. They should reimburse me, but I'll find out. If they don't, then it's not like I lost my life savings. It's a good chunk out of my bank account, but I'll be okay. And so anyhow, that's basically kind of the process on how I was able to kind of make a decision. A couple of websites I guess I'd like to mention are ADRsupport.org. I'm not affiliated with this website in any way other than that I'm a participant. I have posted several times on the site just kind of giving my story. I've read other people's stories, and it's a good place to get information. So I encourage anybody who's watching this, go to adrsupport.org and sign up there, and you should be able to get all kinds of information, and you can see all kinds of different histories from people all over the world. Also, a place I got a lot of information are the Facebook group, ADR support group pages. The only one thing I want to warn you about is there's a page or two or a group or two that seem to be promoting specific doctors. That for me is a huge flag. I don't like when there's bias. That makes me nervous. So just be aware of that. But other than that, most of the people there are good people. They're trying to get better. They're trying to help other people. And it's a great place where you can get information. And even the groups that are promoting a specific, it doesn't mean that these places don't help people. Maybe they do. I just didn't feel comfortable knowing that there were heavy marketing campaigns trying to get people to go to some of these locations that are actually here in Germany. So as soon as I sensed that, I cut those people out. But anyhow, I'm going to be having my procedure done here in a couple of days. I will do the best that I can to post my post-operation recovery process experience, and hopefully I can help anybody along the way with their with their decision on going ADR, fusion, or just spine surgery in general. So thank you all for watching. Take care.